Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the 14th of September, 2025. Hopefully you're doing well today. We're back today to finish up the medium. Sorry I'm a bit late today. I was working on some stuff for what we're going to be doing for Terrortober. We've got a lot of stuff planned, and I wanted to go ahead and make our collage, I guess, is the best way of putting it. I like making a thing that's going to show off basically all the stuff we plan on playing, or at least attempting to play. So we've got a lot of stuff ahead of us because we're going to be starting early this year after we get done with the medium. So basically, hopefully we'll get done with the medium this afternoon, and then this evening we're starting Terrortober. That's just the long and short of it. This evening we're starting Terrortober, and the first game we'll be playing, we'll be starting with Code Veronica X. We'll be starting with Code Veronica X. So there you go. That'll be what we play to start off Terrortober. I told you we're gonna play it, so we're gonna play it. So that'll be the first game of Terrortober, and then we'll be working through all sorts of horror stuff. We'll still be taking Saturdays off, at least for September, so that'll be 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, so that'll be this Saturday and next Saturday. Now, however, for October, we won't be taking Saturdays off. When we do Terrortober, I usually don't take Saturdays off. We just do a little short stream in the morning. I might still take Saturdays off. I don't know. This year. It depends on how I'm feeling. I've been dealing with a lot more stuff this year than the last time we did Terrortober, so Saturdays are kind of in flux. I might still have to take those days off. I'll try to plan around not doing that, but we'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see how I'm feeling. You know, I've gotten some tests done recently, so we'll see what the results of those are, how I'm doing, if I need more tests and all of that stuff. But I try to shoot for streaming every day in October. And we've got a lot of games. We might have to throw some more in there if we get through these games. If they're too short or whatever, we might have to roll some more games in there. But I've got quite a few games. We've got some retro games. We've got some indie games. We've got some new games, old games, that kind of stuff. So hopefully it's a nice amalgamation of stuff for us this October. So hopefully people will be happy with what we're able to play this year. I'll be doing a post probably after the stream this afternoon about what we're going to be playing. So you'll be able to check that out. I won't spoil what we'll be playing for the Raid Train and Halloween, but there is a game that's picked out for that. Again, with the Raid Train, once I get those dates and times and all that stuff locked in, I will be able to tell you what those are. But until those are solid, I will wait on that. And like I said, I have some backup games that we could play if we run out of games. But I do have basically everything ready to go for what we have. There's some older stuff that I know we will be playing through. There's some newer stuff that probably people have not seen before. I know the secret game I'm saving for the Raid Train and for a Halloween is probably something either people have heard in passing or just not heard of ever. So hopefully it'll be obscure enough to keep people interested. Like I said, I've got some retro games on the list, and I always have some backup stuff. So if we need an extra game here or there, I've got some stuff we can play. But I do actually have, because we're starting tonight, essentially starting early, I did put Silent Hill F on our list. We're going to be playing that regardless of whether or not we started Terrortober early, because we're going to play that next week. I don't know how long that game's going to be. and I don't know how much time we're going to spend with it. So if it's like Chronos long, that could take us into October. If it's shorter than that, then we'll figure some stuff out. Like I said, I've got extra games, and we might find some. There's going to be some releases in October as well, so we might find some stuff that releases in October that we will play. Also, I've seen some recommendations. I might check out some recommendations that I've seen. So also, again, we have some releases. There is a game that is releasing in October that we will be playing. It is on the flyer as well. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. I hope people will enjoy it. Again, I'll probably be posting that on Twitter. Probably very after the stream, very quickly after the stream, when we finish the medium up today. At least I hope we finish up the medium today. It only took 7 hours before. I don't think it's going to take much longer than that this time around. So if we have a little time after the stream today, maybe we'll all try to show off the flyer, and we'll talk about the games and stuff. But yeah, so starting tonight, if we beat the medium, which again I think we will, this is what we're going to be starting. We'll be doing our beginning of the playthrough of Code Veronica X. So should be a good time. And everything that we play for Terratober, as always, will be a first playthrough. So I try to do first playthroughs as often as I can. I like sharing my first experience with y'all. That's kind of my part of the reason why I stream is like I know a lot of people like they'll do the the same games repetitively, and that's kind of what they build their brand around and stuff like that. I like experiencing things for the first time, things that are, whether they're old or new, experiencing things for the first time. And I like sharing those experiences because I like talking about, like how I feel, how I think things are structured, or how I think things are developed or framed, or, whatever. And I like opening those discussions to people that have, been fans of the thing for 10 years, 20 years, or newer, if it's a newer game, have been fans for a few years of the thing. So it's always interesting to have those conversations from like someone who might be a newer fan, or if I don't like it as much, have those conversations and stuff. So always interesting, and that's why I like doing first playthroughs. So like I said, if we have some time after the medium, I'll probably show off the games that we'll be playing for Terratober, starting with Code Veronica X, and then I'll probably post that on Twitter after the stream, so everybody can see and get everybody really hyped up. And then, like I said, Code Veronica X will probably be starting this evening. That being said, let us not waste any more time. Let us get into the medium, if I can find it. There it is. Make sure everything is working. Okay, we got captions. That's working. This is working. Let me do this. Try to type in YouTube. Make sure YouTube's working. That is. Do this. That's good. All right. Let's get over here and let's get it in the medium. I believe medium needs a controller. So probably also need to plug up said controller. So all right. Play. All right. Again, welcome in. Hopefully your week has gone well. We did, the trigger warning is on the screen. We did just get through a very triggering scene. Trigger warning there as well. So, just a forewarning. This game does have some very intense subject matter. So, yes, we just dealt with Richard, who is very, very messed up individual and a very controversial, I have a feeling, way of approaching that specific topic. So. We're gonna go this way. Won't stop. Working hard as always, says there won't be any more guests coming, and that's alright. Still planning to help him. Still plenty I can help him with. I wish it was just... Wait. I just wish it was quiet. There we go. Why won't it stop talking? I really wish I could see you. Interesting.
How is he? No, don't put him on. I'm still at work. Just tell me if he's okay. All right. Tell him I'll be back soon.
This one felt subdued. Like if someone lit a match in a giant freezer.
That's a hell of a description. Alright. Where are we at? Reclaiming history. Nearby 19th century fort, place of great historical significance, will soon be renovated and reopened to the public. The works are expected to start next year and last until 1983. Ah. I guess I'm supposed to just see that fire over there. Poor thing. Have I ever mentioned Rekowitz's daughter, Lillian? She turned 16 today. Poor thing, couldn't even have a proper birthday. Okay, so she's 16 because of that sickness she's got. Anyway, it reminded me of our Anna. Hers is next month, isn't it? I wish I could be there, but Mr. Rekowitz needs me here. Gotta stay. Gotta help him out like he helped me. Frank. Iła Nature Park was created thanks to the generosity of the government of the Polish People's Republic. Okay, got a signpost here.
It sounded familiar somehow. Something from my early childhood, maybe?
Rare tree
Was it
exhibit.
even a place? Or something else entirely?
Rare tree exhibit landscape trail. Well, we gotta see the rare tree, obviously. Is that it? Pointing at something? Huh. You could hear air raid sirens, by the way, if you didn't catch that. Just checking both paths, make sure there's not another Postcard. Harder and harder. Being harder and harder to ignore it. Worst of all, it's starting to make sense. That girl, that poor girl, locked up like an animal. No child should live like this. She really that sick? Mr. Rekowitz says it's for her own good, but I'm starting to wonder. I wish I could see you again. I love you so much, Frank. Oh, something tells me, Frank's gonna get got. Just can't interact with this tree. Yeah, you can hear it again. There's the air raid sirens. Okay, so what we saw in the distance was this little pylon, I guess. We're heading to some sort of swamp. Okay.
Another one. It looks like it rotted from the inside.
Yikes. Oh, what a way to go. Get up there. Actually, there's nothing down here. Doesn't look like it. Y to get up. Back this way. Make sure there's nothing on the bridge. Nope. Big ol' nada. Hello, co-friend.
These animals, they look used up. Like something sucked the life out of them.
Huh? Don't know what that sound is. Oh, we're about to split again.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's puppers.
You scared the shit out of me, little buddy. What you got there? Oh, hey! Wait!
The dog was like, here's a shoe. The Stula River camping spot. Whispers in the dark. It's me. It has to be me. She's down there, alone, scared. I can hear her all the time now. She whispers, she yells, let me out, let me out. He doesn't understand. He doesn't want to understand. Maybe he's not who I thought he was. I have to show him.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh. 12? Alright. Let's follow the dog.
So, there I was, following my new best friend, hoping he wasn't as lost as I was. I remember thinking he could lead me to his owner. In a way, I guess he did. Shaving tools, towels, grease. Everything an elegant Sasquatch needs. What's wrong, buddy? Oh, let's see what we got here. Yummy.
Ah.
There you go. Eat up, champ. Hold on, boy. Just need to check something. Oh, it's just clothes. Left out to dry in the middle of the woods.
Guessing this is where
I
Frank.
know, right?
Hmm.
What is it, boy? You want to show me something? You catch a scent?
Hmm.
Hey!
I'm coming. Just exploring.
Anyone in there?
Oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
What's wrong, boy? Is someone in there?
I'm sorry.
There's Frank.
I'm so sorry.
Hello?
I wish I could see you again. I miss you so much. Why did I stay? Why did I let it out? They're all dead. Because of me.
What the hell?
And I'm still here. I shouldn't be.
Hey! You alright in there?
You shouldn't be here. I can see you. And that means
It can see you too.
you too.
Yep.
Of course. What else did you expect, Marianne?
And the last
I think
postcard.
that's him. After they closed down the resort, did he just stay behind?
To
Where is it,
Francis.
Was he your friend?
You got,
He
well,
looks drained. Rotted out from within.
there's the last postcard.
Just like those animals I saw earlier.
Regrets. All I wanted is for her to see the sun. I am so sorry. Oh, I guess we missed a postcard somewhere.
Easy, boy. What is it? Oh, God. It's that thing again. No! Stay!
Francis, I warned you. Then I outgrew him. Why did Nothing fits. Would last, wouldn't you? Special girl.
Stay the fuck away from me!
Let me draw you on.
Fucking broken record. Fuck.
Don't run. Pretty little skin suit. Tiny little skin suit.
Into the fort.
Leave me here.
Did I lose it? Is it gone?
Find a way through the ruins. Escape the monster. Okay. Alright. Okay, we can cross there.
What? Who's there?
You promise. No risk.
This isn't real. It can't be. Jack? Is that... No, it can't be.
Why is Jack stuck here?
You're not him. You're not him.
Okay, nothing that way.
Where have you sent me?
I've helped you pass on.
I shouldn't be here, Marianne. It's all your fault.
Jack?
It's too late, Marianne. It's all
Disappeared from the picture. And you? No? Okay. Oh, are they gonna jump scare in you at the end here? Or in me, I guess.
In me!
There it is.
What did you do? You sent them away into the dark.
What? Oh, crap. Interact with the thing. What the hell?
It all ends in me.
It wouldn't interact with the thing. She kept like running around it. That was so janky, dude. Like, I was like, because she was still in sprint mode.
Where have you sent me?
I've helped you pass on.
That was so janky, dude.
I shouldn't be here, Marianne.
Oh, I think I need to pull it. I was like trying to move it. When I grabbed it, it just didn't do
It's
anything.
all your fault.
Jack?
It's too late, Marianne. It's all over. It all
In me! What did you do? You sent them away into the dark.
Let's see if I can grab this a little bit easier.
This won't hold it for long. Move your ass.
Okay. Yeah, that like trying to hit that while running is a little difficult. Why are you creeping? Okay.
A generator. Wonder if it still works. Of course it doesn't. I think it's out of gas. Locked down tight. I think there's a lever missing.
Yeah, so I need gas and a lever.
Come on, Bolt. Don't fail me now. Fuck, that was loud.
Okay, nothing there.
I can hear you up there. Why don't you come down? Come on, it'll be fun. All your friends are here.
He's gonna jump up over there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell? And then I'll put you on. Drag you out. Hey, Leaf, how you doing? Not gonna move there, friend, or gonna wait since we're early, just relaxing? Okay. Okay, I think I have to do that.
There. That's my way out. But not with that thing in my way.
Jack says hello. Or was it? Why? Did you send him here? Why, oh, why? He must have done something nasty. What's you, Daddy?
I read your Discord thing. Are you doing that today, or are you doing that tomorrow? Did I read it wrong? What are we doing in the afternoon? Okay, you are... Okay. Today, yeah. I was like... I thought I read that for today, but I wasn't sure. Just the lever.
At least this could come in handy. Is that what you're afraid of? Huh. Energy's energy.
Indeed. We ended up feeling good, so we had to cancel plans with Saturn. We're gonna do a co-stream at least. Okay.
Hey. I'm almost back at the generator.
Nice.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw that you were doing the afternoon stream. So, yeah, I was just like, okay. I think this is where the bolt cutters break. I know there's a point where the bolt cutters, like, just break on us. Okay. So... Put the gas in.
Done.
Generator on. Put the lever in.
Fits. Okay. Gates open.
Alright,
Now let's get rid of that fucking thing.
how am I feeling? I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I spent most of like last night
There you are.
Okay. It's still down there. Let's do something about it.
getting the flyer set up for Terratober stuff.
Shut your fucking mouth! Yes! Burn, you twisted fucking bitch!
Because I decided basically after we finish this game, we're just gonna jump into the Terratober stuff. We're gonna be starting with Code Veronica X. We're just gonna go ahead and get into it because we got a week basically until Silent Hill F. So if I plan things correctly, we should be able to get through Code Veronica, and then the games I have planned for the week, and then have maybe like a little bit of time. But I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway before Silent Hill F drops, and then we'll do Silent Hill F, and then just keep going after that. But I was designing the flyer and everything, so that way I can post it tonight. So Hobby Shop Dealer had Galactic Muscle. Wow. That's the wrestling game. It's got the guy who looks kind of like an octopus for a head, right? With the fin, right? That's yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that game. Yeah, Galactic Muscle I think has gone up in price. It's been a while since I've actually checked the price of that. What is that going for right now? Why is my internet being so slow? Wow. Yeah, that's insane. They wanted 60? That's actually a huge deal, honestly. Oh, no. Wait, do you mean Ultimate Muscle? You mean Ultimate Muscle? Because loose price right now is $72. That actually is a deal. Complete sitting at 146. I mean, the market's trending up right now because of the end of the year, but like, yeah. The cheapest complete in box was the end of last year, where it was like 124. So, yeah. Games, man. The thing I was thinking about last night, I was like, you know, it's gonna really be awful for these collectors when the bubble finally bursts. Like, you know, we always talk about it. Galactic Wrestling featuring Ultimate Muscle. I couldn't find anything when I looked it up. It didn't. Galactic Wrestling. What is going on with my mouse right now? Okay. Found the PS2 game. Copy. Why is it not popping up on price charting? Okay, I found the PS2. I thought you said it was on GameCube. Oh, okay. Except for the one you mentioned. Okay, yeah. I mean, complete box is 65, so if you could find complete in box for 60, then that is still a deal. It's $5 off market value. Not a huge deal, mind you, but if it's loose, then... Oh, okay, the sequel is... Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, wait a second. But I was losing my mind. I'm like, wait a second, I don't remember. Those are probably games I'll probably see if I can find a deal on. I probably won't pick up any, it was complete. It was 50, might have been, yeah. I'm basically not picking up any retro games until probably the new year. Because all the prices are going to be trending up until Christmas. Like, especially horror games. Horror games are going to trend up until October. There might be, like, a little dip in November, and then they're going to trend up again for Christmas. So I'm probably not going to buy any new retro games until, until, like, New Year. Because once Christmas is over, all of them are going to downtrend again, because everybody's going to be selling off their stuff after Christmas. Oh, they're split. Hi, Sadness.
Sadness? Sadness, is that you?
Hi, Marianne. Did you find what you were looking for?
I was hoping you could tell me. Sadness. I need you to focus. Think back to as far as you can remember. What do you see?
Is this a game?
I'm afraid not, hon. This is important. Listen. I know what Richard did. Was he the one keeping you here?
Marianne!
It's okay. I've sent him away. He's gone forever. Lily.
Lily? Lily.
That used to be your name. Do you remember? All that's happened. Your father. You remember him?
I remember. Mommy. Oh, she was so pretty. but so sad. Just like you.
It must be nice to remember your mommy. I never met my parents. We were in an accident when I was very little. I was the only one who made it. It was really lonely without them.
I know what that's like. Ever since my friends. This is a lonely place, Marianne.
You took over a mask, by the way.
I shouldn't be here.
Maybe you'd be better off somewhere else. Maybe I could
Send me away? No, Marianne. I can't leave. Not yet.
But why? Aren't you afraid of the monster?
And Sadness is gone. Yep. Bye, Sadness.
I am. But it doesn't need me anymore. It wants you. And when it breaks you, when it puts you on, it'll finally be able to leave this place. But it will never be full. It will never stop killing.
Then let me send you away. So we can both leave. Now that you remember who you are, I can...
No, Marianne. It's not just about me. It's you. You have to remember the dream, the fire, the red house.
Dun dun dun.
What?
How does Sadness know about the dream? How does Sadness know about the fire?
What is the red house?
You were there, Marianne. With me. You were always with me. I'm so sorry.
Lily? Oh, shit. Gone. Just when I thought I could finally send her away. Thomas? I really hope you're still out here. Because I'm running out of options.
Okay. Now for Split View Utopia. You know, I will say, like, at the time, which of course only like 4 years ago, this is kind of a cool concept, but the problem I have, and which I wasn't really dealing with, I guess, at 4 years ago, is this is really hard for me to see. Because, like, if I look at the top, like, because I have peripheral vision issues, it's really hard for me to kind of, like, I literally have to keep doing this to see this. So, like, this is, you know, kind of unaccommodating for me, unfortunately. I'm trying to, like, because there's some things that are only in, like, one world that aren't in the other, you know? So, like, you have to, like, look at one, look at the other, look at one, look at the other, like... So, although it's cool to see the two worlds and ambitious, I still feel like... The
spark's too weak to absorb.
I
Like
would have preferred it just to be, like, the traditional... There's something here. Okay. The traditional, like, switching between the worlds like we did with the mirrors.
Now, here's a hard-working man who could probably use a well-deserved smoke. It's Francis, right?
Excuse me, but, who are you exactly?
No, just a guy looking to do the right thing. I imagine some would call me a patriot. Are you a patriot, Francis?
Patriot, huh? I imagine others would call you something else entirely.
Are you looking for this little girl?
I'm sorry, but, Father doesn't like it when I talk to strangers.
Smart man. He's the manager around here, right? Would you happen to know where he is? I'd love to have.
Hey, D-Man, how you doing today?
Go away! Or I'll scream!
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Thank you for the alert, D-Man. I appreciate it. Sorry, I was checking something on my other screen there. I think Thomas ends up finding out about that individual.
You were here. This was your place. What the hell happened here?
July 27th, 1983. The Gemini case. The investigation is moving along, but I think Rekovich is starting to suspect something. Need to move fast. Tonight's the night.
So they knew about Thomas. But how much exactly? And who the hell were they? Oh, hey, a eunuch. Someone's got good taste. Power's out. There's something under that engine. If only I could...
Looked it somehow. I wonder. Richard, how could you do it? How could anyone do such a thing? I guess Steve Jedi always knew there was something broken inside you, but this, one thing's for certain. Whatever he did to you, whatever we did to you, you got what you deserved.
Well, you're one to talk. This was your bright idea. No, they're already on to us. That son of a bitch is one of them. I can feel it. Fine, we'll make sure. Come on. It's almost on.
One of them? Who are you running from, Thomas? This looks like it could lift a pound or two. It's missing.
Handle, which is what's underneath the thing. Don't... And now he's gonna find the... Where was the generator thing at here? I think it's right here. There. No power, okay. Okay, I think we have to go out of body here. That way we can...
There we go.
do that. And then go down, which should charge up the ability to do...
Shit. The thing's unstable. I can't keep it running for too long.
Okay. Ah, so it's a timed thing. My little Hell's Angel. Almost like there's something else. Okay. So we're gonna go all the way over here by ourselves.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Put the garlic candle in there.
Was this the Red House? It was then I knew. This was the place. The answers were right in front of me,
Hey, Worsk, how you doing today?
buried among the ashes. There's gotta be something left.
We're just trying to finish up the medium before jumping into non-stop. Well, I guess technically this is still horror, but non-stop horror from this evening all the way until October 31st. So hopefully you're doing well today. So it acts like there's something here. But I can't interact with that for some reason. Alright. Into the red house we go.
You think you're tough? When you hear them squeal and you smell their bodies burning, you'll tell me everything. You'll beg me to listen.
God. There were children inside? Was she? Was I?
Goddamn freaks. You think you're so special? You'll burn just like the rest of us.
Jesus. Who the fuck is that guy?
Yikes.
Okay, let's see who you really are. You fuck. Not uptight, huh? You wanna give it a go? Be my guest. Nah, this one's all yours. I like to think I'm more of the brains of the operation. Yeah, I got an idea. Why don't we... or that. Yeah, or two, I guess. Right. What do we have here? Fuck. I knew he was trouble. Security service. That little shit.
That's no way to talk about a government agent, comrade.
Uh-oh.
Wake up, comrade. Socialism ain't gonna build itself.
Fuck. You don't know who you're messing with, kid.
Oh, but I do. I've spent a lot of time getting to know you, Thomas. In fact, you're kind of a pet project of mine.
Oh, yeah? What's my Speedo size?
Funny guy. Oh, I love this one. You like it too, comrade?
Fuck you.
Let's play a game. It's called What Makes Thomas Tick? So, the Nazis found you in Warsaw when you were, what, 3 years old? Oh, they were gonna kill you, but they didn't. No, they saw your potential and wanted to harness it. But then, poof, the war's over. In comes the heroic Red Army, and
They locked me up for years. Fucking savages.
they do important scientific research. Find out what it is that makes you special. And what is that exactly?
Ask your mom.
Hey, Void, how you doing?
You enjoy it, don't you? Hurting people like those scientists. What were you? 18? I saw the photographs. I know how to make a man hurt, but I gotta say, I was impressed.
Stick around. We'll give you a live demonstration.
And there you were, free at last, but always on the run. And look at you, you almost made it.
Still feeling
But you had
turned.
to use
Okay.
this Power Rangers again, and on who? On your best friend, Richard.
Get it coming.
Yes. I know you wanted revenge, I understand. I would do anything for my child, too. Whatever it takes.
Leave my children out of this.
Children. Yes. How much pain would you endure to keep them safe? What would you sacrifice for them? Your freedom, maybe?
Let me go, you piece of shit!
That's what I thought. I'll let you go. But first, I want you to tell me all about these powers of yours.
Then earn it! Come on! Enough of this sissy shit! Hit me!
I thought you'd never ask. Get some rest, Thomas. The next time you wake up, the real pain begins.
Uh-oh.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Time's running out.
What did you do?
Here. See yourself.
No! You sick fuck! Let me out of here! Let me out!
You're still in there, Thomas. Will you show me now?
I will, Conrad. Whatever it takes. Fucking finally. I thought he'd never give us a chance. Okay, gotta move fast. Thankfully, this place has a way of messing with the time flow. I still got a chance to save them.
Find a way to stop Henry.
All work and no play, are you, Henry? All right. Let's see what makes you tick. No way across. Guess I'll just make my own. Fuck. I'm not alone in here.
What's interesting is the hand that, when they showed the spirit, the hand that grabbed Spirit Thomas was similar to the Maws. But I don't think the Maw is what's in here. I don't remember how the Maw comes into play. Like there's that like circle that's in Thomas's office.
There you are. At least the part of you I'm after.
Real tape. Case file. Codename Butcher. Jacob Wilk. Theft, fraud, illegal trade. Henry Wilk, Senior Constable. Was I supposed to turn this on or something? Ah, there we go.
Do you know why you're here?
I'm not playing your games, Henry.
Don't call me that. The agency was led to believe you've been stealing meat from the working people of the Republic.
Where would they get that idea, I wonder?
You've been a very bad boy.
Let's just get this over with.
Given your line of work, you had ample opportunity to commit a crime. It is a crime against the people. Punishable by death. Anything to say in your defense?
I'm sorry, Henry.
Shit.
I don't remember what Henry's energy demon's called. Ration stamps. Issued by the government of the Polish People's Republic. Oh yeah, we need to...
I know you're here. You've been a very bad boy. Where are you, boy? Bad boy! I know you're here. There you are. Bad boy!
Oh, I gotta go here.
Shit, not good. Not good.
That's what it is, okay. I was like, where am I supposed to go?
Don't you hide from me.
Oop. Good. Gotta wait for this to open up. Come on. Go. What am I looking for? The tape? Ah, the knife.
Against the grain, always against, never with, always against,
You know why you go against the grain?
Always against, never with. Always against, never with. Steady hand, even motions against the grain.
Makes the meat more tender. That's why you go against the grain.
Steady hand, even motions against the grain.
If you go with the grain, it makes it more tough.
Always against, never with. Steady hand, even motions against the grain. Always against, never with. Never with. Steady hand, even motions against the grain.
Where are you, boy?
Always against.
See what's interesting, and I think there was we talked about this when we were doing Richard's segment. I think I can understand the complaint that I've seen some people have with this. This is the second time we've entered someone's like inner demon, inner turmoil, and they've been like, oh, they had a crappy childhood, you know, that's why they are the way they are. I think the problem with doing something like this, even though, again, Spirit Thomas said within Richard's things that you know, like, this doesn't matter, you know, which I think is important to reiterate here as well. Like, these are still grown adults that are making decisions. But you have to be careful when you frame stuff like this. You are technically creating a situation where you're potentially justifying their actions, right? And that is a very dangerous stance to take, right?
Good. That's good. See how easy it is when you do as you're told?
There's something in that drawer there. It won't let me interact with the drawer, so guessing I need to go in here first. Identity card. Ministry of Henry Wilk, Secret Service. Patriotism stronger than blood. Not often do we see patriotism quality displayed during the past weeks. A senior constable, Henry Wilco, simple officer of the Civic Police, showed his commitment to building righteous tomorrow, rejecting the shackles of criminal kinship. Investigation now infamous meat scandal led a number of arrests, including one Jacob Wilk, Henry's own father. Regularities uncovered by Wilk included corruption, theft of high-quality meat products, and replacing them for lesser ones. Apart from Jacob Wilk, numerous culprits apprehended, including 4 directors, socialized meat trade, several store managers. Trial is commencing. Okay. I only did what I felt just. He turned in his own father, is what we're getting from that. But it might not have been for truly.
You want me to feel sorry for you, Henry? Let's see how that works out.
See, the thing is we're also framing this as like Thomas isn't necessarily like a good person himself, even though we haven't really framed him as a bad person either. It's kind of weird. Like I think that the problem
Vilk,
with
Henry Vilk?
Vilk. There it
What's
goes.
this about? Straight to the point.
Like,
No fear.
hold on,
No
let me pause this real quick because it's important to talk about this. We haven't framed Thomas necessarily as a bad guy, but we also haven't framed him as necessarily a good guy either. Like he is taking on bad guys in the form of Richard and Henry. But he's also done something very weird with that like summoning circle kind of thing. We also don't know how he's connected to the Maw at this point, right? But we do know that he's like imprisoned his daughter. Now we don't know if that's protection from the Maw, right? Or what? Obviously he cares about his family because of his reaction with Henry and all of that, right? So like we haven't framed him as a bad guy. but the bad guys obviously don't like him. So far, it's seeming like framing him like a good guy. The problem is the way that Spirit Thomas acts and the way Thomas acts towards Spirit Thomas, it seems like we're framing Spirit Thomas as a bad guy, but he's taking on bad guys, right? Like, I think the problem with this game is the framing of all of this. Is Spirit Thomas doesn't seem like a good person, but he's going out of his way to stop bad people. But he's stopping bad people by framing their childhood, which is usually bad, right? Like, it's weird. And by showing like, oh, well, these bad people were traumatized, that's why they do bad things, you skirt the line of justification, right? Even though in both cases we've heard Spirit Thomas specifically say, like in that phrase right there, oh, you want me to feel bad for you, too bad, right? Like in Richards, he says, this isn't going to change anything, right? Like in both versions, we've heard Spirit Thomas utter a line that basically says that this is irrelevant, which is true, right? And I think that's important. We talked about it last stream as well. I think it's important to note that those lines exist because it is important that, yes, we're talking about their trauma, but they're also adults that made decisions to harm people after their trauma, right? So, it's weird that we're diving into the inner traumas of evil people. Right? Because again, you skirt that line of justification, which is a very dangerous thing to do. Honestly, this is the reason why you have to be very careful with how far you go into a villain's backstory. Because when it comes to a villain's backstory, is the more relatable or the more what's the term for it? The more understanding you give them, the more people go, maybe they were justified in what they did. And then that makes it very like, oh, that's not good, right? Because neither one of these characters, neither Richard or Henry, needs any sort of check mark into the justification category, because they're both terrible people who harmed other people, right? Like, there's no justification there. And like, so it's very weird. Like, we didn't need these scenes, right? I understand it's trying to approach trauma, and it has the trigger warning that they're approaching sensitive topics for discussion purposes, but it kind of reinforces the idea that like people are only bad people because bad things happen to them. But the thing is the person who we should really be talking about is Marianne, right? Because Marianne dealt with some stuff potentially, and she's a good person, right? She helps people. But we're not getting her story. We're getting two evil people's story, right? That's a problem. The fact that we're spending more time listening to the story of bad people is a problem, right? I think that is the biggest issue with the medium, is the fact that we devote so much time to the story of evil people and zero time to the story of good people. Now, it is Marianne telling this story, right? But she's telling the story of evil people, right? That is not a good story. You should not be having a good character tell the story of evil people, right? Because again, then you skirt the line of justification, and that's just not good. So we're going to continue this, but I don't think 4 years ago I picked up on this as much. I don't think this is necessarily a bad game. I think from a story standpoint, this is focusing on the completely wrong thing. Completely wrong thing. Because we do not need Henry's justification on why he burned a family house down, right? Like, there's no justification for that. Okay, he had a psycho father who he, turned in. Cool. That's still not. There's no justification for burning a family house down with the family in it. Period. No. Right? There's a no-go there, right? That's the thing. And like, we're gonna see Spirit Thomas go after that inner child, which, by the way, that's what this is representing. Him going after the inner demons is Spirit Thomas attacking their inner child, right? We saw it with Richard, who is a PDF, which I'm saying PDF because we are streaming to YouTube, and I don't know what triggers their censorship. And here, this guy is obviously like a serial killer, right? Like, Henry's obviously a serial killer, but he just does it under the guise of being a government agent, right? Or, well, we're hearing a conversation with the supervisor, so I'm guessing he's no longer a government agent. But like, so again, the fact that we're focusing on evil people's story means that the lens is on the wrong person. We should be focusing on good people's story, not evil people's story. So,
Hesitation.
If you wanted me dead, I'd be dead already. So, what do you want?
I want to offer you a job.
I was going in the opposite direction.
I've been doing this a long time. I've come to know people. See what makes them tick. See their potential.
Agreed. On one condition.
Huh?
The work I do for you, it stays at work.
That's the way we like it.
It has to. If it doesn't, I'm holding you accountable.
Welcome to the family.
They, like, now, again, this is to expose how, like, the system still takes it. Like, he did a case where it's about exposing corruption, and then fell prey to said corruption, right? Like, it's like, oh, we're gonna send you undercover to kill people. Like, the thing we just had you turn in, we're now doing, right? Like, that's kind of what that is. But like, that's such a throwaway when all this is talking about is how, like, again, it's reiterating that old phrase of like, hurt people, which can be true, but again, when you're talking about adults,
You ever heard of Neva?
like, people still make choices, right? And it's the fact that, like, these are adults making choices. You can only lean on your trauma, you know, when... Hold on. Subject manifests strong supernatural powers. He claims that another Redacted is talking to him, showing visions. Working theory is connected to Redacted, obviously establishing a result of near-death experiments. Test results, the split theory. Okay, so they know kind of about what's going on. But it's one of those things of, like, people unfortunately, like we were saying with justification, people will just use, like, trauma as a justification for bad actions sometimes, right? Not everybody, but there are some people that will just be like, well, I had a terrible childhood, that's why I'm a rude person, or, you know, that's why I'm cruel to people, right? And they just leave it at that. They don't try to grow. They just use that as their justification, which is, again, when you're in your 20s and in your 30s and in your 40s, like, at a certain point, you have to grow as a human being, right? You have to seek help. You have to, you know, not just use your trauma, your anxiety, your depression and stuff as just a crutch for the reason why everything you do is mean to people, right? Today's session halted prematurely. Incident in the test chamber. Administering prescribed substance. Lead scientist Dr. Redacted came skin-to-skin contact with subject. Was promptly hospitalized. Despite showing no signs of trauma, he fell into a vegetative state. Okay, so this is probably when they contacted or came in contact with Thomas. Right. So it's one of those that, like, and we've talked about how healing isn't linear, and that's fine, but there still needs to be healing happening, and some people refuse to do that work. And then and then again continue to blame trauma for their bad actions. What am I looking at? Reese, subject remains extremely dangerous, needs to be restrained, both physically and mentally, for the duration of the test. Heightened security measures apply. So... And unfortunately, that's something that's just not talked about as much, is we sometimes we just give people too much leeway
Watch my step.
with that stuff. It's like, it's the fact of like, okay, well, they dealt with some stuff. It's like, sure, but are they actually dealing with it, or are we just saying they dealt with some stuff and we just keep giving them inch after inch, mile after mile, while they're not actually healing or dealing with the stuff that they dealt with, right? So that is something that you have to think about. What the hell?
Shit, here he comes.
Right. So, because again, that's something that, you know, I personally, as someone who's dealt with PTSD, has to think about constantly. It's like, oh, am I doing something? Am I using, you know, my trauma or my anxiety or my, even in the case of like autism, am I using my autism as some sort of crutch or as some sort of justification for bad behavior? Right? You know, I'm human and I can fall prey to these same traps that I'm talking about. You know, and that's fine. That's what introspection is about. Is looking inwardly and going, okay, am I falling prey to these same traps? You know, because we're not perfect, right? But we can't use our past as a justification for absolutely everything without doing some sort of healing.
Where are you, you four-legged fuck?
But again, I think this game spends too much time focusing on, way too much time focusing on evil people, that it skirts the line of trying to justify their actions. Like, it still punishes them, right? Like, these sequences, again...
Got you right where I wanted. Time to put you out of your misery.
Like, these sequences... These sequences are punishing them, right? Like, Spirit Thomas's is, like, internally punishing them. That's what these sequences are. But, again, it's... I don't know. And he also does utter phrases where it's like, hey, you went through this stuff, but let's be honest, doesn't matter, you still made the choice to hurt people. So, Mom, Daddy, me. Wait, who's in the wheelchair? Interesting. I guess he's in the wheelchair because his dad probably hurt him.
I'm going away tonight.
Oh, no, this is...
Short notice. Couldn't be helped.
Won't you say goodbye to him?
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I have work on my mind.
I see.
And again, maybe I should. Do you think I should?
She literally said you should. What?
Simon? Where are you, boy?
Why did he just have, like, a scimitar?
Dad?
Okay, so
Hey
it's...
there, champ.
Are
So-
you going away again?
Daddy has to go to work. Once I get back, we can go
Okay,
fishing.
so
You
his
like
son
that,
was
don't you?
wheelchair bound, it seems.
I don't like it when you go.
I know. But sometimes Daddy needs to work. It's good for all of us. You understand, don't you?
Yes, Father.
Okay. But I don't know. Like, the thing is it's always hard when you're having discussions on like mental health and trauma and like depression, anxiety, like any sort of like mental health discussion, because you have to be very careful on your approach and your framing, right? Because like there's you have to make sure, again, like you're not trying to create a situation of inexcusable behavior being excused. And it's very easy to cross that line. So,
You made it. You're just in time.
That's right, kid. Just come to me. I'll put an end to it.
it's a trap.
I'll set you free.
No, it won't let us leave. The monster, it's...
Don't worry about the monster, kid. I'll deal with it. I'll put it down for good.
Not if it puts you down first.
What did you say? What the hell are you?
What is that?
What were you hoping to find here? A guilty conscience. The vulnerable child behind the monster. There is no child.
Oh, hound. That's what it is. Interesting.
Your tricks won't work on me, old man.
No, but combat will. I mean, hitting you in the head with a wrench will. Yeah. See, what's interesting about that scene, we'll talk about that in a second, is his inner demon and his inner child had become like one. Which is interesting because, like, basically what that means that is he had wrapped his identity around becoming a monster, right? But it actually doesn't fit the narrative they were selling at the end about him being a father
I remember.
either. So they kind of actually messed up Henry's character.
It's him. It was always him.
Also, hello, Hound.
Thomas is gone. You're too late, girl.
It's you. You tried to kill us. What did you do to her? What did you do to Lillian?
I was already dead. Your father made sure of that. That's a good one. Little Mary Ann forgot her own daddy. It's me. Was it the nurse? The painter? The monster from under the bed? Maybe. It was her own papa.
What the hell are you talking about? He wanted to save us. To save her.
Maybe. In a way, that's exactly what he did.
This is fucking madness.
This place. It reeks of it. Madness. Grief. And suffering. They're all around you. Just give it a sniff.
Then it's about time to clean it up. Once and for all.
What are you doing?
I'm sending you where you belong. Henry! Thomas Rekovich. My father. Was he the man on the pier? The man with the gun? The murderer from my dream? How could he? Why? I needed to know what happened after the fire. What happened to them? To me.
Okay. Also, if you didn't put it together, the reason why Henry's the Hound is because he was basically sent to kill people. That's why it's the Hound. But, but yeah, he basically attached his identity to the idea of being like this hunt down like killer person, but which is interesting because like that basically means he didn't see himself as like a family man, even though like, you know, we saw that part of him that was like a family, and we had to go through the family man to get to that inner part of him, which is interesting because again that kind of means that they didn't, I don't know. It's interesting from a writing standpoint, like the story standpoint, because it's like, okay, in order to get to like his inner self, we had to go through the family, right? And there was a little line earlier on where we saw an echo of Henry where it's like, oh, it was like a match in a freezer. So like there's a little piece of him that's like that brings him warmth, if you will, and it's his family. But it's interesting that we had to go through the family to get to the like beast, because he talked about separating the two, right? So in theory, like it doesn't make sense to have to go through the family to get to the beast, because in theory they would be separate, right? So it should have been like a different path or whatever in the psyche, because he didn't really put his identity as a family man and his identity as a hound together. Right, because if his identity of a family man and hound were connected, he probably wouldn't have burned down a family home full of a family, right? Because people that care about families tend to have a little bit of they're less likely to do this. You actually see this happen with like there's a hesitation in some killers that have families not killing families. Like they'll save parts of families because they see their own family in those families, right? It's weird. Like they won't kill like, or they'll focus on a specific member of the family in the reverse of it, right? So it's like, oh, they had a strict like falling out with their mother or a father, so they'll just focus on that one part of the family and leave the rest because they don't see that, right? Like, so it's interesting, right? Like, so there would be some sort of focus or unfocus that happened there, but you don't see that with Henry. So it's very weird to write in his family and then have him do this to Thomas's family, right? So I don't know. I don't think. I think Henry was just there because they needed some reason for the family home to burn down that wasn't an accident, right? So. Oh, there's something under there. I guess we can't get down there. But, I don't know.
Marianne, focus. This was your home once. There's gotta be something here.
I can't interact while there's...
All burnt up, but I can still make out some of it.
Yep, butterflies.
A family photo. It's sad to see it like this. Left behind. Forgotten. Is that a dollhouse? How the hell did it survive the fire? Locked. Maybe there's a way to open it.
But yeah, it's...
Another photo.
It's interesting, because again, storytelling is not... can't stand the look she gives her. She hates her because of what happened to you. She thinks it's her fault, as if she did it on purpose. She's still too young. She needs time to understand. She's afraid. I'm afraid. Afraid she'll do something to her. I keep telling myself she would never. But then again, I know better than anyone. Everyone has their demons.
I feel like I should find somewhere to put it.
Really? It wouldn't happen to be the wedding. Oh. Okay, so it's this one. So this one, and then
This
one.
doesn't feel right. Maybe I should try a different order. I think that's it. The Rekovich family history.
Yeah. Alright.
All right. Let's see what's on the flip side of this place.
But, yeah, it's... I mean, overall, I still don't think this is a bad...
Butter.
I don't think it's a bad game. I just think that, like, again, story-wise...
Strange. It's like... feelings etched into the wall. This looks eerily familiar.
Yeah, it looks like sadness is masked, but happy. It's just... it has some... I think it just has some framing issues, to be honest. Okay, so that seems to be like some sort of code or something. I wonder if I go...
The dollhouse. It's open. It looks like a replica of the actual house. A tiny mirror. I wonder. Strange. It feels like something shifted.
Yep. And now we can go to the mirror, which takes us to a different part of the house.
I knew it. The dollhouse, the mirrors, it's all connected. This room feels like I shouldn't be here.
Okay.
Wait. I don't think this belongs here.
Nope. But,
There's something underneath.
you don't say. But yeah, it's... when we get to the ending, we'll talk about it in detail, but I think, again, this is kind of the reason why I wanted to play it 4 years later.
What is this? A tea party with the devil?
I know. I understand. I can feel your pain.
Yikes.
What the?
Yeah.
I hate you. All of you. None of you know. None of you understand.
I do.
Ah, the maw was...
Another mask. Were those the friends Satnus talked about?
That explains a lot.
We can show them.
Okay, so
We can make
Lily
them understand.
invited the maw in. Got it.
Make them feel what it's like.
But this is kind of why I want to revisit it, because, you know, getting perspective over time
Hey.
is important. And, you know, when I first started content creation, I didn't really go into a lot of depth when I had discussions and stuff. I'll be honest, when I first started content creation, I was actually rather nervous about it. I didn't know, like, what I wanted to do as a brand. I didn't know what people wanted to see, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, like, legitimately, it's funny, I went back the other day when I was looking through, like, stuff to play,
This room,
and,
it feels very familiar.
I was looking through,
I don't need her. She took my mom away from me. I hate her. I wish she was dead.
so she blames,
Lily,
she blames
No,
us.
it was not my fault.
She blames us for mom. Interesting.
What the hell's happening to me?
And
And another
I
one.
went back and looked at our playthrough of Visage. And, like, my thoughts on Visage was literally like, this game's pretty good. I'm glad we played it. And that was it. That was, like, all I thought about Visage. Right? And it's interesting, because now, like, we have, like, legitimate, like, long-term discussions on stuff. And it's one of those...
The last of them.
It's one of those things that, like, again, I realize that, like, I don't think about or talk about as much as I used to. I talk about stuff now more than I used to. So hey, welcome in, Max and everybody. To see my front friends, well, welcome in. I do appreciate it. Let me get you a shout out. I appreciate you bringing friends over. Welcome in. Is that supposed to be Rain Cloud or Ravin Cloud? Hopefully you're doing well. Playing some more Signalis. How are you doing? How you enjoying that? Were you able to beat it, or are you still making some progress in it? Welcome in, everybody. If you don't know who I am, I'm Mask of Games. We play a variety of games here on the channel, mostly horror, mostly retro, but a little bit of variety. We're actually going to be moving into just pure horror stuff, basically starting today. We've been doing the Medium. We played Medium back in 2021, but we're revisiting it now that we've beaten Chronos, which is another Bloober Team game. But hopefully you had fun over there with Max the Grim Reaper, a good friend of the channel, also another member of the Cryptstream team. Sorry, I just have problems breathing. Doing well, making progress. I'm still enjoying it. How's the game? We've played it before. I've got some issues with the storytelling. It's doing a bad job of centering and like focusing on bad people, which is not what you want for a game that's talking about mental health. So, not a big fan of the game being like, let's talk about evil people a whole bunch. But other than that, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Like I said, we played it before, but I wanted to play it again now that we beat Chronos to kind of compare and contrast. So making progress in it. Nice. Yeah, I love Signalis. I think Signalis is absolutely amazing. But welcome in again, everybody. If you need a ride and run for any reason, get you some food, get you some water, or just take a nap. I completely understand. Just throw us a follow. We do have anonymous follows here, so if you're lurking and you don't want to be shouted out, just throw us a follow. It's completely free and does help the channel out tremendously. But I do appreciate it. I won't shout you out if you don't want to be shouted out. Also, I do have a content warning on the screen because this game does talk about some touchy subjects. I know we just came back from an ad break, so if you had ads, again, I'm Mask of Games, play a variety of games here on the channel, mostly horror, mostly retro. Yeah, this game does touch on some sensitive topics. So if you need a raid and run, just take care of yourselves, leave us a lurk, or throw us a follow and come back when you can. But we're going to be playing, after we finish this, which we'll probably finish today, this evening we're probably going to come back and start our first ever playthrough of Code Veronica X. So if you want to see Code Veronica X on the GameCube, we'll probably be starting that this evening. So I do appreciate everybody coming over. But we're going to get started with this again. We're just probably going to touch on some sensitive subjects. I think we've got through most of the sensitive subjects, but there is still a little bit more to go of this. So just as a forewarning, again, content warning on the screen there. So thank you again for the raid. Okay, where do the butterflies go? Yeah, welcome in, everybody. I do appreciate it. Let's see. Sorry about that. Need to adjust something on my other screen there. Alright, so the butterflies are there, but they're not there in this world, so I think we need to switch it to this. We're still looking for another mask, which I'm guessing is in this room. Do we have the third mask? We don't. We gotta do the butterflies, I think, for the third one, but I don't know where to put the butterflies. Okay. Let's see, there's this butterfly thing here. This is supposed to give us a hint of the order, but I don't know where to actually put the butterflies. Oh, right there. Okay.
Locked. 4 slots. I guess that means 4 butterflies.
Yes, I can see that. Thank you.
save yourself. Let me help you.
What about her?
Leave her. Let her burn.
Oh God. It's 3. This.
But, yeah. Alright, so let's go put this last mask into place. And then we'll see what horrors are in store for us. I believe that opens like the basement or something.
But I can't leave her here. She'll die.
Remember Mommy?
Ma is the demon that we've been running from all game.
No, she's my sister.
Then set me free. And I will save you both.
Ah! Shit!
There we go.
God damn. That thing. It came from her. Bought its way out with our lives. Lily.
Yep.
I need to find her.
Yep. It tricked her out of... to get its way out. He's out there somewhere, that much I know. Hell, in fact, I'm sitting here writing this and not drooling in the corner is proof enough. I just gotta find him. Hello, Nebulous Flower. How are you doing today? Funny, I always wanted to be...
You're crazy.
Thank you for the follow. We do anonymous follows here. If you'd like a personalized thank you, just say, hey, I followed in chat, and I will take it personally. Otherwise, feel free to keep lurking. The only one. Now I'm starting to think... there were never really two of us. Maybe there were always two sides of the same coin. Either way, I need him. I need myself to save her. How are you? I'm doing all right. We're trying to finish up this game so that way we can get prepared for doing some Code Veronica X this evening.
Tell me about the fire, Lily. You were locked in, alone?
No, we were not alone.
How are you?
Who else was there?
How are you going to explain this one, Lily?
I didn't invite it, but it came.
How are you going to explain this one, Lily?
Oh, Lily.
Okay, so squeeze through there.
Daddy, where is Marianne?
She needs to stay at the hospital a while longer.
Will she be all right? I want to see her.
She's asleep, honey. The doctors aren't sure when she's gonna wake up.
I was in a coma. That's why I couldn't remember anything.
Lily, listen. You have to come with me now.
Daddy? Where are you taking me?
I'm sorry,
Hey,
baby.
Jason, how you doing today?
I'm so sorry.
Thomas. What the hell did you do to her?
I mean, we read the postcards. Technically, we know what he did. She's sick, but it's not physical. He was right. That terrible night, something has awakened. Something was born inside her. It's eating her from the inside, preying on her strength. Her little body withers. I have to do something. We need to do something.
Jesus, this thing is serious. Looks like it's military. Solid steel.
Last time I'm good. I did manage to
Combination
overcome the
lock.
issue to beat the game. Nice. What'd you think of it overall? Without spoilers, because I might end up playing. That game myself. But what'd you think of the game overall? Today's her birthday, 2702. It always brings me back to that moment, the first time I saw her, that wonderful tiny creature. That time I'd do anything just to be her dad, to silence that other part of me, and now I desperately trying to bring it back, to help her, to save her. I think I finally figured out a way. It's risky, but it's our only chance. If it fails, no, it will work. Has to work. Great story, great mechanics, puzzle, not too difficult. The only reason I struggle is because I forgot a mechanic. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes that happens, but... So, 2702 is probably the code. I'm gonna just streams out. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just glad you got it working. 2702. 0227. Okay. Next one is Sunday. Yeah. I'd probably be busy. We're gonna be jumping into all sorts of horror stuff. Basically starting tonight, so I'll see if I can catch it, but it'll be really dependent on
Barely legible. But I can still make out some of it.
1976 maybe? 1976.
A lot of love was put into this. But there's sadness, too.
1976 maybe. $10 anniversary. So maybe that plus this. Matter of time. 10-year anniversary. So 1966 maybe? Because they got it for their anniversary, so maybe it's 1966. But yeah, we're trying to finish this game up, and then we're actually going to be starting our first ever playthrough of Resident Evil Code Veronica X tonight. I'm going to do an announcement for our early start of Terrortober, so... There we go, 1966.
In for a pound.
So, it should be fun, but I'm going to do an announcement on Twitter of not only our new schedule, but also all the stuff that we're going to be doing for Terrortober. For another RE completionist run. Nice. What goes into a completionist run? Guess some achievement, good rank. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I don't do like challenge or completionist runs usually, so it all ends in me.
What will it take to get rid of that fucking thing?
Okay. Separation. It's done. They'll never know. They can never know. They wouldn't understand me. They would never forgive me. But they are safe. That's what matters. Separation. It's the only way. Okay. I need something to power that up. In that case, you're not there for the story. We're there. Yeah. I know what a challenge run is, or a completionist run is. I just don't know what specifically you were meaning by a completionist run. Yeah, like, no, I get it. I've been playing games for a very long time. I just didn't know what you specifically meant by a completionist run. I didn't know if you meant, like, get one run and do absolutely everything, or, like, you were gonna do, like, multiple streams where you, RE2 with an S rank. Yeah, see, that's what I was asking. It's like, is it just get an S rank? Is it, like, find all collectibles? You know, that kind of thing. Alright. By the way, if you've not seen the medium, this is one of the main mechanics of the medium, is that there's two worlds. There's this spirit world and the real world, but there's bonus weapons and only saved once. Yeah.
The lower levels are flooded. And I'm not much of a diver.
But we can do this thing where we can go into the spirit world by itself. Okay, so we can't go there just yet. But, next one's hardcore mode, nice. Yeah, like I said, I don't do a whole lot of that kind of thing. I'm just big into first playthroughs.
There. That looks like a way out.
Okay.
But it's half underwater.
I like playing games for the first time, experiencing them, and sharing those kinds of experiences with everybody.
Maybe I could pump out the water from here.
Okay.
Okay, let's get a lay of the land.
Alright, so 1A, 2A.
Ugh, out of juice. Because, of course it is.
Fair enough. When I first stumbled upon the site, I thought it was just an old German bunker, a couple corridors, maybe some outdated supplies. 2 weeks of excavation later, we knew that had been big plans for this place. The whole system, underground tunnels, reinforced concrete walls, the whole shebang. Guess he wanted to have himself a little forced retreat in case the whole didn't work out. Did what they do best, stolen it for themselves. They wanted to repurpose a full-on nuclear shelter. They even got a power grid going as far as they got before the dream of Niwa went to crap. Luckily for me, the entire thing was very hush-hush. I made sure it stayed that way. Call it a silver lining, but if things go south, we should have a place to lay low. Okay. So we got to get the power on. We know where the power's at, we just don't know how to get to it. But yeah, we'll be doing. There's some. Perfect. Back to the body. We can go back this way. Get this. That should power it.
Yes.
Okay.
Looks like both retention tanks are closed off. Maybe I could get down there and open them manually.
Okay, retention tanks are closed off? How does that work? But yeah, I'm excited for this Terratober that we're gonna be doing, because there's some games that have been like on the list for a while, and then there's others that are like newer. Also, I'm just excited because next week, I believe it's next week. Yeah, next week will be Silent Hill F. Yeah, so you know it's been 11 years since we've had a new mainline Silent Hill game, so that'll be fun. We'll be doing Code Veronica X, which should be good. I've heard good things. I know that's a big one for a lot of people. So a lot of people want to remake. Yeah. Yep. A lot of people want a lot of stuff from the RE stuff. So I'm hopeful we have a good time. With it.
You're crazy.
Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We do anonymous follows here. If you'd like a personalized thank you, just say, "Hey, I followed in chat," and I will thank you personally. Otherwise, feel free to keep lurking. Alright. Is there anything we can do down here? No. That didn't do anything. Okay. How do we undo these ourselves? Huh. Seems we could unclog them ourselves, but I'm not seeing anything that we can do here. Are there some stairs I'm missing somewhere? That's where we need to go. Oh, maybe it's we gotta turn this on. And then we gotta go back around the other way. No, we can't go this way. I can't, like, cut that down for any reason. Okay.
Get to the first tank now.
Okay, so let's go to the first tank.
I'm grateful.
By the way,
Not for me.
we didn't see it. There's the maw right there.
Not for me. Where would you be? What would you be? Burnt, charred, scorched, dead. You owe me!
Okay. Alright, so this is why we need the power and the shield. Because in the spirit world,
there. Now it's ready to gulp down some water.
power. Go back to our body. There we go. I was like, I think I'm missing something very obvious here.
I'm so glad you're here. All the others, not enough. Never enough. Never full. Never warm. And her. Old. Worn out. Rag.
Wow. Yikes.
Cut from the same cloth.
Okay. So now we can do this. And then
So far, so good. Now I can get to the other tank.
now we go this way, do the same thing.
So much out there for us to see, for us to eat, for
By the way,
us
see him down there?
to wear.
Oh, you couldn't see him. Hold on.
Can't go
Oh, he was down there.
alone, naked. Just let me wear you. We'll walk this world together.
Oh, it's missing a wheel, yeah.
Shit. The valve is missing. Please be around, valve.
This is where our bolt gutters break.
Hey. That's my way out. Once I dry it up a bit.
Okay. Put this on.
That's it. Second tank, ready for duty.
Pretty dollars. So many dolls to play with. Such pretty things. Francis. Nurse Ursula. She was insatiable. And him. The only one to get away. But they don't last. They never last.
Okay.
Won't you?
Alright, so that should be good.
Yes. The central chamber's open. Get your ass down there, Marianne.
Alrighty. So that should be that puzzle solved. Huh. What's in here? Is there really nothing in here? Oh, there's a font in here. I was like, I'm looking over on the left side, I'm like, there's nothing in here. Just so you can get some power. Looks like, unless there's something else. on the spirit realm side. See, this is the problem with having the split screen thing, is I was paying attention to the living world and not the spirit world. Okay. Alright, and then we're probably gonna get chased by the mall.
No more shame. Never
What?
again.
I had my shield up and it took my shield away from me and then killed me. Okay, game. I guess that's because I was moving forward and I triggered the cutscene. Yeah. I think it's because I triggered the cutscene. I should have just, like, stood still and, like...
Mine! It all ends in me.
Okay. Thanks, I guess. Yes, I have to get through there. Turn the thing on.
Not let me get back here. It all ends in me.
Oh. What? Then it comes after me anyways?
Let go.
I'm so confused. So it had me go back to my body and then it came after me anyways. And I can't go back. I wonder if this is bugged. Because I wonder if I'm supposed to have power here. Because I don't have any more energy.
Mine.
Yeah, see, I can't. Yeah.
It all ends in me.
This might be bugged. I'm not defenseless. Yeah, I know that, but I don't have any power, game. You took my power away because you bugged out. Yes, out-of-body experience.
Let me get back here. It all ends in me.
Oh. Interesting. That we were supposed to attract it to the... Okay, that's weird. That was not clear.
Lily. Thomas. You were here. I can feel it.
That was not very clear on that way. Like, you saw the wires going into that room, but I did not put together that I was supposed to shock him. Okay.
No, don't do this to me. Burnt to a crisp. Guess I should look for a spare.
Okay. Time to find a fuse. Here's what I think I know. The power comes from the same space, but they can manifest in different ways. She seems to exist in both places as if her mind can inhabit two bodies at the same time. To her, whatever happens in one place affects the other. Does she see the line between the two? Or are they one and the same? Hypothesis. Death thins out the veil between worlds so that newborn mind never has to split. Makes sense in a weird, messed up way.
Vitamins, antibiotics, neuroleptics, antidepressants. Even by my standards, that's a lot of pills. Hey, I know this one. Used to be one of my favorites.
Is there a box of fuses or something around here? Okay, there's not many places we can... Oh. This wasn't open before.
Busted open. From the inside.
Yep. Big ol'...
Ah, yes. This was definitely Lily's place. Where he kept her.
Salt. Who knew that it was that simple? Bit of alchemy, some spiritual infusion, and there you have it. Looks like the folk tales are true after all. Anyway, the room was ready. It actually works. It's the first time in my life I can feel alone. And it feels wonderful.
Quite the selection. So she could doll herself up with no one to see her. Maybe he meant well, but somehow this just feels sadistic. She'd be a grown woman by now, but the room is still all dolls and unicorns. Little windows into the world. It's something, I guess. Sunshine doesn't really translate to text, though. Again with the salt. The whole room is lined with it. Imagine being locked up in this place, having a needle shoved into your arm day in, day out. You didn't deserve this, Lily.
Okay. on. There we go.
There be light. Nice decor.
Oh,
Very minimalist.
this is where we're telling the story from, by the way, if you hadn't picked that up. Just me and her. It's quiet now. Just me and her. Just me and her. Feels strange, but in a good way. It's how it's supposed to be. Best enjoy it while it lasts. I already started moving the workshop over to the hotel. If anything happens, I don't want her anywhere near it. I'm going in soon to get him back. This only ends one of two ways. Either both of us are coming back, or neither.
Huh. Mold. It looks pretty fresh. Someone's been here recently.
And a broken mirror.
If I find enough pieces, I might be able to get to the other side. Better get to it, Alice.
Good reference. Through the looking glass, if you didn't catch that.
Okay, here's one. So far, so good. There. Another one.
Okay.
Looks like he could never quite let go of his passion. In another life, perhaps.
She almost saw me today, sensed me. I should have known. I need to be more careful, keep my distance. It's just that I just... Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I know that I did the right thing leaving her at the hospital. It's better this way. She's better this way. By the way, the song you hear in the back, the reason why I turn on the radio, that's a Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, I believe. She's the one that does a lot of the soundtrack stuff for Silent Hill. And the person who also does the soundtrack stuff for Silent Hill did also do music for this game. So, but I keep thinking of that day when it finally happens. She discovers what she really is. She'll be confused, afraid. I should be there for her to help her make sense of it all. Tell her it's all right. No, she'll make it through. She's strong, just like her mother. Business card. Funeral home last goodbye. Telephone number, don't.
This should be enough. Let's make magic happen. This was definitely Thomas's workspace. I can sense the determination. Whatever he was working on, he really gave it his all.
Trying to get rid of the mall, probably.
Are you trying to send the monster away?
Yep.
Or to get your other self back?
Maybe both. Yep.
Why can't we run? Why can't we fade away?
Don't know if I've heard this track, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know if I've heard this track at all. Alright, we're gonna have to cut it short, unfortunately, because as soon as we put these pieces in... this happens.
And there it was. The moment we finally met.
Look, this is the only puzzle. Oh, there's not really any. Like the burnt house is a puzzle. There's a few, but they're not like puzzles. They're more like collections. There's no combat in the game really, and then there's like most of the puzzles are just collect these things and then put them in certain locations.
Thomas?
Way. Yes.
Wait,
But here's the reveal. If you're wondering who she's talking to at the table.
you're the other one. The spirit.
And I believe
The Hound. I
we're gonna
thought you
get to
were
the
gone.
ending very shortly here, so
No. Trapped. I spent years in Henry's fucked up world. When you sent him away, I could finally break free. That's why you're so important. You can finish this.
Where is he? Where is my father?
I don't know. For the first time in my life, I don't feel his presence. I've been away for so long. Could you stay for a moment? Tell me how all this started.
there you go. And that's who she's sitting at the table talking to. Of course, we've only been seeing the top part, right, where she's sitting at the table talking. We haven't seen this bottom part where she's actually talking to Spirit Thomas. So
It all starts with a dead girl.
it all starts with a dead girl.
What about Lily? Did my father...
No. He couldn't have. He wouldn't. He loved her too much. Both of you.
So, what happened to her? What is this place?
This is where he kept her. That cell back there. It only exists in one world. Keeps the other one out. He built it so that he could be alone. It was the only place he could feel normal. Separated from his powers. From me. Came in handy once Lily became unstable.
Unstable. What do you mean?
She's a medium too, Marianne. A powerful one. Guess it runs in the family. When Richard hurt her, it awoke something inside her. Something terrible. And it was only a matter of time before it got out. It's what your father feared. What he tried to avoid.
That's why he called me. But that means...
Yes. She's still alive. There's still a way to save her. You have to find her, Marianne.
Where is she? Where's my sister?
Lily's still alive. You know where.
The lake.
It's coming. Time for you to go. I'll hold it off for as long as I can.
I'm not leaving you.
You can't always save everyone, Butterfly. Trust me, I know. And I'm sorry.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, I think we have like one last like run to a location, and then we'll be done with this. So, which, if I remember, the ending is gonna have we're gonna have an interesting conversation about the end of this game. If it ends how I remember it ending, because when we were talking about not remembering the medium, I do remember how this game ends, and I will say, based on the conversations we've had about this game, I don't think the ending is I think it's actually probably one of the worst, like, contextually speaking. But maybe I'm misremembering it. But we'll talk about it if it ends how I think it ends, right? Maybe I'm misremembering, but go ahead and let me do something. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, because if I remember correctly, we are very close to the end of this. Welcome in, G Ninja. How you doing today?
This is it.
Yeah.
The place from my dream.
We're
I've
like
walked this path
maybe
1,000
15
times in
minutes
my
or
life.
less from the end here.
I know every inch of
Welcome
it.
in,
But this time,
Unknown Function. How you doing today?
something is different.
Also, again, you could hear Mary Elizabeth McGlynn again. Again, the person who has made multiple songs for the Silent Hill series. The composer for the Silent Hill series also worked on music for this game. Which is kind of unfortunate, because, again, I don't think this is a bad game. I think this story is probably the weakest part. Aesthetically, I think it's really well done. I like the spirit world.
Close.
I
can feel it.
honestly, mechanically,
I can feel it.
there's not a whole lot of gameplay here. There's no combat, which is fine. I don't need a horror game to have combat to be good. The puzzles are basically non-existent. They're much like grab thing, take to thing, grab thing, take to thing, which is very survival horror. So it's not really that big of a deal. But we're about to hit, like, again, we're going to hit a very important scene here. We'll talk about it a little bit afterwards, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. Again, we played this 4 years ago. They're probably going to be very different thoughts than what I had 4 years ago. So if you go back and you watch our first playthrough, I'm probably going to have very different thoughts than what I have here. So let's see what we got. I actually stopped perfectly. I was 2 steps away from the cutscene trigger. That was completely unintentional. All right, let's see what the game has in store for us. But I feel like I'm going to have some very choice words to say about this. If it's how I remember this game ending, I think I'm going to have some things to say about this.
You finally made it. Lillian, I've been waiting for you. Little sister. Lily, I didn't know. I couldn't remember. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It was better that way. At least you had a life. For a while. Lilia. That day when the fire broke out at our house, I made a deal. The part of my soul that was tormented was set loose. You mean the monster? But why? To save you. It helped us escape the flames, but in return, I had to set it free. Free to devour, to destroy, to kill. The Neva massacre. Yes. All those people died so that we could live.
This is interesting. Not gonna spoil anything, but this is interesting.
Because I lived, so did my demons. Father knew my powers were too dangerous. He left you at the hospital so you could have a normal life. And what about you? Did he try to... No. Maybe he should have.
Thank you, Whack Artist, for doing your daily token. I appreciate it. Thank you for the lurk.
Himself to do it. Instead, he locked me away. But he only delayed the inevitable. Monster. It got out.
Lily has such an interesting face.
And now you're here. You're the only one who can fix this. You. We both share our father's gifts, but also his fate. And the dream. The dream? But all I see is a girl. You. Shot dead. Here, on this pier. Hasn't it already happened? No. It's not the past you see. The dream. It's what I want to happen.
There's something interesting about the phrase. It's what I want to happen.
It all ends in me.
It all ends in me, which is the second half of the phrase. Again, we'll talk about this.
No! No!
You can't send a spirit away while the host is still alive. That's why you couldn't destroy the monster. That's why Sadness didn't want to go.
But you're my sister.
That's why it has to be you. I'm not strong enough. It won't let me. Only you can end this. Only you can fix what our father could not.
Liliana, I can't. Please, don't make me do this.
It's the only way to destroy it. To prevent further bloodshed.
Lily?
Marianne? What's going on?
Guess who's here?
Skin suit now too small, constricting, outgrown her. Don't need her. Suit, light, almost gone. Not dark yet, but it's getting there.
There is another way.
Marianne. No.
What is she doing? It changes nothing.
You said, I'm your only chance. Aren't I? You need me. A medium strong enough to sustain you. The others? They only lasted for so long before you broke them down.
Marianne, please. I don't want
Maybe
this.
it's not your choice. Maybe this is my story after all. No! Don't do this!
Please, sister. Set me free.
No! Stay back! Stay back!
All has to be. It has to be. It has to be you. It'll never stop killing. Only you can end this.
You can't only save every butterfly.
And that's how the game ends. And we're going to talk about why
It all
that,
starts with a dead girl.
and it all ends in me. And that's the second half of the phrase. But we don't get anything after that. You never know who gets shot. I'm not kidding. That is how that game ends. It is not clear who gets shot. It could be Marianne. It could be Lily. It could be the thin air. It could be a bird. A bird could get shot at the end of the game. You never know. You never know. So that is the the end of the medium. So we're going to talk about this a little bit. So there is, it is how I remember. There's a major problem with this, right? So we know Lily's story. We know what Richard did to Lily. And the problem is basically Lily uses her trauma to basically fuel her way of escaping with Marianne from the fire, right? Is how it's framed. The problem is it essentially made a deal with the Maw to free them, and then the Maw hurts people, right? That demon thing that we saw there at the end. However, then she says that she wants to die, right? And the way this frames this is the victim of this trauma is essentially asking to die because she was traumatized, which is a very, very bad way of framing it, very bad, right? Because the people that like get the most screen time in this game are very bad people, right? We have a serial killer and a PDF who get the most screen time, and the people that are harmed by them get the least, which is not what you need to do in a conversation about trauma, right? The thing is the way that should have ended, in my opinion, is we should have had Marianne and Lily working together, because if we're going to talk about trauma, we need to talk about support structures. They should have worked together to use their power to, at very least, confine the Maw, right? Maybe not get rid of the Maw, because you don't get trauma doesn't just disappear, right? It just doesn't magically disappear, right? But they could have confined the Maw, right? Where they basically put it into somewhere into the spirit realm where it's like secluded, right? And that way they know that the Maw is kept at bay but not gone, because that would be a perfect representation of Lily going, all right, the trauma's held away, but I will always have to deal with it, right? It will always be there, scratching, clawing, right? Because that's PTSD. That is how that would work. But instead, they're like, hey, shoot me. Like, that's really, really bad. That's really bad. And then the other option is even if Marianne didn't shoot Lily, right? Then the other option is Marianne shoots herself, right? Which is also not great, because it's basically like, I'm a good person, I'm trying to save my sister, I'm trying to save the world, and the best way I could save the world, instead of helping people, is to take myself out of it. That's not good either. A good person shouldn't have to take themselves out of the world to be a good person. That's not good framing either, right? So neither one of these the potential endings is a good ending. So I think even though they tried to approach this with some sort of decorum, both versions of this like framing and just the way the game story is framed in general is not good. Like, I think this story is probably, just the story itself is probably one of the worst like framing of trauma and how trauma is dealt with that I've probably seen. And again, this is probably completely different than what I said back in 2021. I think this approaches trauma and these subjects completely wrong. We are giving so much time to harmful people and giving so little time to the people that are harmed. This should be flip-flopped. We should see 10 minutes of Richard and an hour, 2 hours of Lily. We should be seeing 10 minutes of Henry and 2 hours of Marianne. Right now, of course, we're playing the whole game as Marianne, so Marianne obviously gets the thing, but we don't see the parts that like were directly affected, right? I honestly think that this story, by the way, there is an after credit scene, specifically about Spirit. I think Spirit Thomas, which is supposed to be kind of a connection, I think, to potentially something bigger. I think this is somewhat connected to. I think they might try to do like a whole like world thing, kind of like the Remedyverse stuff, but we'll continue the conversation here in a second. But there's the pocket watch, by the way, the anniversary pocket watch. That's Thomas, by the way. That's not, at least it doesn't look like Spirit Thomas, but that's Thomas. And then there's this like crevice here. It doesn't look like Spirit Thomas because of the actual clothes, but there you go. And then there's this, right? Biggest and most ambitious, close personal project of years in the making. We poured our souls. We made great memories during the project. Great make games with love person. Blah blah blah. Right. I understand that like they put a lot of love and care into this, but I legitimately think this is probably the worst framed trauma game I have played in a long time. Because, and again, the game itself is not bad. Playing it, it plays all right. There was that little like miscommunication with like having to drag the Maw into an electric trap and then electrify him. That wasn't very clear. But other than that, it's overall not bad to play. This story, I think, is very, very problematic because of how it's framed. And because when you give so much time to people that do harm, you start like getting right up to the line of justifying their actions. And when you start just getting to the line of justifying their actions, you make it seem like you're saying it's okay for people to do bad things because bad things happen to them. And that is never true. That should never be true. Just because something bad happens to someone does not mean it is okay for them to hurt people. Right? That is never true. Like, it doesn't matter, like, how rough a childhood they had. That does not mean they can burn down a house full of children. Right? That is, these are not, like, the fact that this game frames it like that, even though we do get some lines that, like, specifically say, hey, no, this is not okay. It's still the fact that we devote so much time to like Henry's inner demon and Richard's inner demon, whereas we get like the only connection we have to Lily's inner demon is the fact that like her mom dies. That's it. Like the reason the Maw starts creeping into Lily's mind is because her mom dies, and we get like 4 voice lines on that. I'm not kidding. We should be learning more about the Maw and how that's connected than we should ever learn about Richard. Than we should ever learn about Henry. Because that is so much more important than any of the things about Richard and Henry. Right? So, yeah, I really, really do not like how this game is framed. From a story standpoint, gameplay is fine, collectibles, you know, whatever. It's a basic survival horror. The 2 world things is interesting, but like the split is a little hard to keep track of stuff. I think the collectibles, like we still didn't find, like this is our second playthrough, and I still didn't find everything. I think there's just too much hidden stuff all over the place, and a lot of the collectibles don't add too much to the story, in my opinion. So overall, I don't know. I think the game itself is ambitious, and you know it says most ambitious. I think it was very ambitious, but I think I would have focused on the story more than the mechanics, and I think that's what happened. Is this focused on aesthetic and mechanics and did not focus on story, and I think this story should have been the focus. And I basically what happened is that I feel like this is what would happen is if you flip-flop Silent Hill 2, right? So if you focus on the mechanics of Silent Hill 2 and not the story, this is what would happen with the medium, right? And this is why it's so important to focus on story in a psychological horror game, because otherwise you have very big problems. So unfortunately, like, yeah, I really did want to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I tried to point stuff out with Richard's story, but after seeing Henry's story and after seeing how little they devoted to really talking about how the Maw creeped in with Lily, like it's so little. There's so little time spent on how the Maw really came into fruition with Lily. Like the Red House should have been longer than Richard's section. We should have been in the Red House for longer than Richard's section. We spend like 20 minutes in the Red House. That should be Lily's entire story. right? We should have been learning everything about Lily, every little piece of how she dealt with dealing with Richard, every little buildup with dealing with the loss of her mom. We don't even know her mom's name, as far as I know. How do we not know her mom's name? That is how she came to hate Marianne. Why did we not talk about how much she hated Marianne? That's literally a single voice line, right? It's insane, right? Why did we spend so much time on a PDF? Because again, we're on YouTube, so I'm not going to say what the actual word is. Why would we spend that much time on that kind of character and just a singular voice line on how much she hates the main character of the game? Right? That is why I think it is so poorly written. Is literally the character who's attached to the main villain of the game gets like 4 voice lines. Whereas one of the villains of the picture, one of the 3 villains of the picture gets like a whole hour of the game. Like, I'm sorry. Like I said, this might be one of the worst written and framed games talking about mental health and stuff that I've ever played. Because it focuses on the completely wrong thing. Completely wrong thing. So, I will say, I don't think I recommend the medium. I really don't. But again, as a game, gameplay-wise, it's fine. Story-wise, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think this game is legitimately problematic. I try to give it the benefit of the doubt with how it kind of approached some of the stuff, like with some of the voice lines with Richard. But now that we've done Henry and how we approach Lily-Ann near the end, I legitimately think this story is very problematic. Very, very problematic. Because it essentially seems like it tries to justify what 2 horrible people did while giving zero respite to the actual victim of those crimes. Which is horrific to think about. That the victim gets no growth, but the villains do. That is horrific. So, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. That's... Man, that is... Hoo boy. That is super disappointing. That is super disappointing. Anyways, so we're gonna brush that off. We're gonna brush that off and just move on with our lives. We wanted to come back to it because there are some parallels. There's a specific line that was said there at the end that I did point out, without spoiling anything. There's some parallels to Chronos, not with terrible writing, thankfully, but there are some parallels to Chronos, within world design and stuff, but also some of the other stuff. But man, I did not realize just how problematic that writing became. Boy howdy, that is rough. That is rough. Anywho, so that is going to do it for the playthrough of the Medium. So if you're watching over there on YouTube, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next playthrough. Bye-bye. Boop, boop, boop. End stream. Okay. There we go. So that is going to do it for YouTube, because I don't like to ramble on for that stuff.